It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily Jardiance, and each day starts. As time went on, it was easy to see. I'm lowering my A1C.
Jardiance works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too. Jardiance may cause serious side effects, including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to sudden worsening of kidney function, and genital yeast or urinary tract infections. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Jardiance is really swell, the little pill with the big story to tell.
Live on NBC 12, this is News Watch 12 at 5.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 5. I'm Dan Hagan.
And I'm Jessica Jukic. Wisconsin Republicans secured a supermajority in the state Senate this week. This means they have the power of impeachment and could use that power to remove state officials.
That exact situation is playing out in another state right now. Tennessee Republicans used their supermajority to expel 2 Democrats from the legislature last night. A week ago, a mass shooting resulted in 7 deaths at a Nashville school. After that, state Democrats called for gun reform, but said their microphones were cut off whenever they raised the topic. 3 Democrats then staged a demonstration on the Tennessee House floor. Last night, Republicans expelled 2 of those 3 from the state house. It was the first time in Tennessee state history that legislators were expelled for disrupting floor proceedings. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers was asked about that today. He said the move isn't fair to voters there.
How do we address those in a way that you don't expel people that were voted into office? It just doesn't make any sense.
In Wisconsin, no one has ever been removed from office through a state Senate supermajority. State Republicans have largely walked back threats to impeach officials like Justice-elect Janet Protasiewicz. Evers would be able to appoint someone new anyway if that did happen. The governor said fighting over removing officers in Wisconsin would be a waste of time.
At the end of the day, we need to work together, and if we spend our time fighting with each other over issues where we have one branch of government throwing out people from another branch of government, that's not healthy for the state.
Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu said Republicans will not be using impeachments to overturn elections.
Jeff, it's a cool day out there, but warmer weather's heading.
Well, we turned the wind out of the south today. It's getting warmer. 40s out there today, but we are just getting started.
What do you mean about that? Tell me more.
There's going to be a speed bump tonight with some snow across central Wisconsin, but 70s are still in the 7-day forecast. More on that coming up, but first, look outside now in Park Falls. The clouds are increasing outside now, but we're melting snow today with temperatures hanging out pretty much in the 40s. Right now, we're at 40 in Rhinelander, also Brevida, 43 for Ladysmith. A very nice day. Now, the average is still upper 40s. We're not doing that quite yet, but tomorrow we will. And again, we're just getting started with that. Okay, so here's the problem. Lots of clear skies out there today, but there's a little piece of energy. You see it right there? I know, get your bifocals on, right? But that's going to kind of hang up over central Wisconsin tonight, and it's going to begin to precipitate, and that's going to bring some light rain and snow, and the snow could do something like this. So parts of Marathon County and Portage County tonight could see a 3 to 6 inch snowfall by early parts of tomorrow morning. Our forecast though for tonight though is increasing clouds, some light rain and snow showers out there, snow south of Rhinelander. We'll turn to 24. Your full forecast is coming up. Dan, Jessica?
Thank you, Jeff. The Wisconsin's Main Street Place Makeover Contest helps new businesses by renovating their building. One business in 3 Lakes is hoping to win the contest to provide a new experience for customers. The Brew Station is a tap house, and it's been open since last July. The tap room isn't like your typical bar. There's no TV, but there are a number of board games and card games for people to play. Daniel Stell, the owner, says this contest arrived at the perfect time.
We're super excited. We're working on our beer garden for this coming summer, and so this really tied into that, the ability to try and get some additional funds and expand what we were planning to do anyhow. So.
In addition to the beer garden, he hopes to add lighting and create a space to host food trucks. Doing so will not only provide a good place to drink beer, but also a great atmosphere as well.
It's great. It's a great opportunity for us. I think we're committed to investing in this town and bringing in new business and new people, so we're super excited about it.
The winner of the award will receive up to $5,000 to spend on renovations this summer.
An investigation is underway after an officer-involved shooting occurred in Stevens Point this morning. At around 3 a.m., Stevens Point police were called to a home on the 900 block of 5th Avenue for a report of a suspicious person. When officers arrived, they located a person outside a nearby home. According to police, the suspect fired a gun at officers, who then returned fire, hitting the individual. Officers immediately began life-saving measures, and the individual was taken to a local hospital. No law enforcement officers were injured in this incident.
A fire in Vilas County destroyed a home last night. Firefighters were called to a home in the town of Phelps around 6:30 p.m. Thursday night for reports of heavy smoke. When crews arrived, they saw heavy smoke and flames coming from inside the residence. Homeowners were not home at the time and no injuries were reported. The fire is believed to have started in the basement near the furnace, though it's still under investigation. The structure is believed to be a complete loss. Pinecrest Nursing Home has been owned by Lincoln County for 60 years, but now it's coming with a cost.
Since 2007, Pinecrest has only had one profitable year, and they've been losing more than $1 million each of the past 3 years. Matt Weaver joins us in studio with more.
The county board has been trying to figure out what's the next best step for Pinecrest for years. Last night, I attended a meeting at the Bradley Town Hall where board members heard from the public on what to do with the nursing home.
Do the residents of Lincoln County, taxpayers of Lincoln County, want Lincoln County to continue to own and operate and be responsible for a specialized nursing facility? Do the residents want us to no longer operate a specialized nursing facility with taxpayer funds?
The board has, in essence, three options regarding Pinecrest Nursing Home's future. Sell it, keep it, or go to referendum to decide between the two.
We need to consider the taxpayer. They need to be well represented. But we also need to make sure that we have taken on the responsibility to care for those 82 residents. And the staff, we have really good staff.
A series of financial woes has hit the Pinecrest Nursing Home over the last 2 decades, meaning the county can't afford $8 million in maintenance costs.
As we look forward, we right now do not have the revenue sources to overcome the expenses that are currently presented and foreseeably presented.
Lincoln County is reaching a point where they can no longer contract out the facility to North Central Healthcare past December of 2024.
We have an automatic renewal if we can't do anything by then. But we can't wait that long. We are spending so much taxpayer money now. We need a solution quicker than that.
2 private nursing homes in Tomahawk already exist, but this option is a public issue.
This isn't the only option that's available out there, but I think all of us understand that there's a need for nursing home care within our communities. It's just a matter of what is the best choice moving forward and how we continue to provide that care.
There's another town hall meeting set for April 12th at 6 p.m. at the Lincoln County Social Services Building. Then the board will decide on their next best step on April 18th.
Thanks, Matt. Researchers are looking for new ways to make bridges stronger and last longer.
Coming up after the break, we'll tell you why they're turning to human hair for a solution. That's After Weather with Jeff right here on Newswatch 12.
Come to Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale ever and get free carpet installation on any area of your home, one room, or your entire house. Only at Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale.
Our prices will floor you.
Dinner! What?
Tween milestones like this may start at age 9. HPV vaccination, a type of cancer prevention against certain HPV-related cancers, can start then too. For most people, HPV clears on its own, but for others, it can cause certain cancers later in life. Embrace this phase. Help protect them in the next. Starting at age 9, talk to your child's doctor about HPV vaccination.
Hate it when a car freshener hits you with an overwhelming blast of perfume? Febreze car vent clips work differently. Febreze gives you consistent freshness that starts just right and stays just right for 40 days. Upgrade to Febreze car.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser powers through tough messes.
So it makes it look like I spent hours cleaning. And you know I didn't.
It makes my running shoe look like new. It's amazing.
It's so good. Makes it look like I have magical powers.
Magic Eraser and sheets make cleaning look easy. Come to Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale ever and save $300, $600, or even $1,000 on your hard surface flooring purchase. Only at Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale.
Our prices will floor you.
Well, you made it. The holiday weekend is here, and it's going to be amazing. Look out there right now. It's 40 in Rhinelander, bright sunshine, a southeast breeze at 9, and the pressure is steady. Over in Wausau, 45 for you. Congratulations. And east wind around 9, much less windy today, and that dew point there of 22. Around the horn, temperatures hanging out in the 40s here and some 50s across parts of central Wisconsin. That's a sign of what's to come our way, beginning as soon as tomorrow. In fact, look at this. Here we go. 45 tomorrow, 57 for Sunday, Easter Sunday, and then in the 60s Monday, Tuesday. Those are low 70s for Wednesday and Friday. Some signs now that after this, next weekend could be a bit cooler, but we'll get there when we get there, right? For now, enjoy the 70s that are on the way. There is a speed bump, though, and it's going to be in the form of snowfall tonight across parts of central Wisconsin. So the yellow brick road's a bit windy, and that's going to be our problem this evening with that snowfall across central Wisconsin tonight. Looking outside now, you're like, snowfall? What snowfall? It's 40, 50 degrees. It can't snow in that. Well, it's not going to snow quite yet. We're getting a couple showers just now getting started across parts of central Wisconsin, Adams County, and Portage County. There is a little disturbance in here, and it's going to get bigger tonight and begin to give us some snow showers after midnight, likely. And there's not a lot going for it, but it's got some energy. It's got a little bit of moisture, and it's not going to take a lot of moisture to get a bit of snow out of that tonight into parts of tomorrow. So here we go. So here's the future radar. So, you know, by 10 o'clock tonight, we have rain and snow. And notice how this kind of hugs, right? Right along Highway 29, 25 miles north, 25 miles south of it. And it's going to stay there and park itself there. And this could be 2-inch per hour snowfall rates for a couple hours overnight tonight. And that's going to begin to add up. But then it gets out of here by tomorrow morning. Places like Rhinelander could see 0 snow. Meanwhile, Wausau could see a good 3 to 6 inch snowfall tonight. In fact, here is my snowfall map. And again, right along Highway 29, a little bit north of Highway 10, a little band here of 3 to 6 inches of snow tonight. Somebody in here could do 8 inches of snow tonight. It's just that potent out there this evening. So you're traveling south tonight, our favorite, a winter weather advisory in effect for parts of the area, including Marathon County and Portage County and points eastward from there in anticipation of snow. Now, roadway temperatures are pretty warm this time of year, but with snowfall rates like that, likely getting some snow on the roads. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is mostly cloudy skies, some rain and snow out there. That snow could be locally heavy right along Highway 29, points east of there as well, with low temperatures down near 24. For tomorrow, all right, some early morning flurries south of Rhinelander, followed by the return of some sunshine throughout the afternoon, with high temperatures near 45 tomorrow. That's going to feel good again, with a southeast breeze around 5 to 10. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress. Let's just take this in for a second, right? So tomorrow, 45, morning snow showers, then we're done. Easter Sunday, 57, mostly cloudy skies and dry. Monday, 62, Tuesday, 67. That is a 71 and sunny on Wednesday, close to 70 on Thursday. Notice how there's no precipitation after tonight in the next 7 to 8 day forecast around here. Jessica?
Thank you, Jeff. The Federal Aviation Administration is giving funding to 2 Wisconsin airports for upgrades. The money will be coming from the bipartisan infrastructure law that was passed in November of 2021. It will be providing funding to modernize airport control towers. The Central Wisconsin Airport, or CWA, in Mosinee is set to receive $608,000 to update to current technology and other operational enhancements. The Whitman Regional Airport in Oshkosh will be receiving $200,000. The project for Central Wisconsin Airport will replace outdated equipment and overhaul control tower functionality, adding a tracking system and improving radio communication between the tower and on-the-ground support vehicles will boost overall airport safety.
According to a new report, Wisconsin has the potential to become a global electric vehicle production powerhouse, but there are some hurdles first. The report is from the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation, or WEDC, and they found the state needs to address a number of challenges, including below-average productivity and skilled worker shortages to make the transition. The authors recommend investing in worker training with the state's technical colleges and increasing collaboration between the government, academia, and industry. Nationally, electric cars made up nearly 6% of new car sales last year.
Back in February, we brought you the story of Dosti, Merrill's police canine that was sick with blastomycosis. Now he's recovering well and has been back on duty for 2 weeks. He likely contracted the fungal disease in fall, but wasn't diagnosed until late February. Dosti spent weeks in the dog ICU at the Blue Pearl Pet Hospital in Appleton. Officer McCaskill is Dosti's handler and says he was worried for a while.
Pretty bumpy road for him for the first 3 weeks of March with his treatment where he was down in Appleton.
Dosti is still receiving treatment but is expected to have no long-lasting effects. Officer McCaskill says 18-month-old Dosti is feeling a lot better. It might sound weird, but human hair might be able to help a problem across the country.
Research is underway at the University of Kentucky to study how human hair can be beneficial to much-needed repairs to structures and bridges. Austin Polak explains.
Maybe you don't use the bridge over an interstate on a day-to-day basis, maybe just the ones that go over a creek. Still, there's engineering that goes into it to keep things flowing.
Throughout history, we've been using fibers from plants and animals to build many structural components.
At the University of Kentucky, studies adapt to changing time, including conditions of bridges and other structures. According to federal data, Fayette County has 197 bridges, 153 of those listed in fair condition. So what if we told you that human hair is being looked at as a component to fixing deteriorating structures?
As you well know, in any construction project, you use everything from plastics to wood to steel to concrete. So this will be one of those materials used in the construction process.
So this human hair has to be cleaned to clear it of any residue.
To me, right now, it is just that one fiber among all these fibers that you can use for anything that you want.
It does sound strange. The hair is a fiber reinforcement. UK says the average strength of human hair is about 30,000 pounds per square inch, which is another added benefit.
It's inexpensive as a raw material for us, and we can form any shape with it once we are done with our initial studies.
Inexpensive? Sure. Strange to hear? Maybe that too. But it could help solve a problem in the Commonwealth and beyond.
Very interesting. Snow lingering outside has been no problem for the Rhinelander High School softball team.
Coming up, Newswatch 12, Saul Meyer will have the highlights from today's tournament after the break.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone in Wisconsin can call, text, or chat to get connected to a trained 988 counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you're concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you.
Now's the time to save on big projects. Hurry into Menards for 11% off everything. Get 11% off easy flooring updates for your home. Find your style and save 11% on Patriot Lighting. Transform your home with 11% off new Mastercraft doors. Or go even bigger and get 11% off a new kitchen. Don't miss out. There's no limit to what you can save with 11% off everything at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day, stretch the weekend, haul, or tow. Just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough, and it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Because this isn't just about our capability, it's about yours.
Habush attorneys are the best of what a personal injury attorney is about.
To get the most money for your case, you need to have a law firm that's unrelenting.
We will fight with all that we have in person power, in knowledge and experience to bring about the result they deserve.
I can't give them their life back how it was, but I can give them the financial compensation to get their life back on track.
In just their first season since moving to Eagle River, the Wisconsin Wendigo have won their division. They clinched the Midwest Division last week after sweeping the St. Louis Junior Blues and have also secured home ice advantage in the first round of the Robertson Cup playoffs. The Wendigo will be in action tonight in Minnesota, where they will take on the Wilderness. Opening round of the playoffs is scheduled to start around April 20th. Congrats and good luck to the Wendigo. After winning their conference opener last night, Rhinelander softball team was back in action and hosting another tournament at the Hodag Dome. They were looking to get over 500 and start another winning streak, but had a tough test ahead of them in Wyawega Fremont in order to do so. So let's see if the Hodags could keep their momentum rolling at home. Here in the first inning, Addie DeMeyer isn't on the mound, but instead it's Lainey Haynall. She gets the Warhawk player to go down swinging for her first strikeout of the day. Later that inning, on runners on second and third, ball is popped up and Nora Rutkowski corrals it in at first base to end the inning. Now on to the third. And that Hodag defense is showing out. Lucy Linder fields the grounder here and is able to get the throw in just in time to record the putout. And later that inning, Haynall paints the corner like Picasso, and Rhinelander gets the win 7-5 to advance to the next round. Let's move on to some other games happening at the Hodag Dome. Antigo playing their first game in Wisconsin this season against Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. Here in the fourth inning, Antigo's pitching was on point. Lewis is able to put the Charger player down swinging, but she wasn't done there. Very next batter, very same result. Lewis puts another player down swinging. Moving on to the fifth inning, Jenna Zerneski hits a ball that just gets over the shortstop's head to score a run on the RBI single, and the Red Robins are hot. Last inning, last chance for Wittenberg-Burnhamwood, and Lewis puts another batter down swinging, and the Red Robins get the 4-0 win. Now on to the game happening right behind Antigo. It's Edgar and Leon Wabino going head-to-head in their season opener. Here in the third inning, Edgar hits a ground ball, and Holly Gilligan makes a great effort to stop the ball and record the putout at first to get out of the inning. Moving on to the fifth inning, Jessica Mucha hits the ball down the middle, goes off the pitcher's glove, and Gilligan's going to get there. Her throw not in time, and that's an RBI single for the Wildcats. On to the final inning, Leon Wabino threatening, and Morgan Streveler sits down the final batter, and Edgar is going to go on to win this one 9-3 and will play Antigo in the next round. Rhinelanders baseball team had a tough test ahead of them today in a doubleheader with Wisconsin Rapids. They dropped the first game 4-1, and in the second game, they looked to turn it around, but it could not happen, and they dropped that game 14-2. Their next game with Antigo was postponed, so the Hodags will be back on the field April 15th when they host Shawano. We'll be right back with one final look at weather after the break.
Celebrate Easter weekend with a massive 3-day savings event at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Shop Friday, Saturday, and Monday for rock-bottom prices and bonus discounts on closeout items, plus low monthly payment options and free delivery in 3 days or less. All at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Wausau Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our unique doctor-supervised program makes it easy to lose weight, get healthy, and get your energy back safely, naturally, and effectively. If you'd love to lose unhealthy fat without counting points or calories, no exercising, no prepackaged meals, no HCG, no drugs, no hypnosis or surgery, call Wausau Weight Loss today at 715-203-8695.
Hi, I'm Janelle. I've lost 70 pounds in 30 inches. I know the secret. I feel great now after losing the 70 pounds. I can do stairs. I don't have pain through the day, through the night. As a breast cancer survivor, I knew I needed to lose the weight to prevent future health issues. I feel great, living each day with hope for my future.
For your free private weight loss consultation, call Wausau Weight Loss today at 715-203-8695. WeKnowTheSecret.com.
When we walk, when we reach, when we play, we're moving through life. Lately, we haven't been moving enough. An estimated 80% of Americans aren't getting their recommended daily physical activity. This is a health crisis, and the solution is in our hands and our feet. It's on our shoulders. It's on our backs. It's in our souls. It's time to move and keep moving, America. Wherever you are, however you can. Movement reduces your risk of diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. It improves your brain function, pain management, and immune system. And when you need help, physical therapists and physical therapist assistants are by your side, increasing your strength and mobility and improving your quality of life through prescribed exercise and teamwork. Because we are meant to climb, to dance, to soar, to thrive. Choose to move. Choose physical therapy.
Celebrate Easter weekend with a massive 3-day savings event at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Shop Friday, Saturday, and Monday for rock-bottom prices and bonus discounts on closeout items, plus low monthly payment options and free delivery in 3 days or less. All at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Jeff, I'm looking forward to this warmer weather that's on the way.
Oh, lots of people are, I think, right? It's just that time of year. We've had a couple of warmer days, but not like 70-degree temperature days, and that spring feeling's in the air.
I don't understand this system that Wausau's getting. I feel like I've never seen anything like it. What's happening?
It's like not supposed to happen, but it's coming together just perfectly to where Wausau over to Green Bay is going to get a couple inches of snow tonight, and this is not fair. It's not fair. Let's go outside now, or actually go to the graphics now and check on the snow map. So here's what I wrote up, and this is what likely is going to happen tonight. A band of 3 to 6 inches of snow from like Wausau over toward Green Bay, maybe just north of there. And there could be somebody in there that gets 8 inches of snow. It's just that kind of a system tonight. But by tomorrow morning, we're done with this. Temperatures are hanging out in the 40s out there now. There'll be a little bit of rain mixed in tonight. And then here it is. It's happening. And this is good, right? The weekend looks fantastic. And then next week looks even better. Temperatures hanging out near 70 Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Remind you of Texas Sol at all?
Gosh, apparently.